For Naples, San Carlo is history. It is a living presence. It is a theater that embodies the musical tradition and vocation of this city.
The San Carlo Theatre was commissioned by Charles of Bourbon in 1737 and built in just over 8 months in order to be ready for the King's Name Day on 4th of November. It opened 40 years before La Scala and 54 years before La Fenice, to the amazement of a Europe that had never seen anything like it. Renowned for its crystal-clear acoustic, every whisper on stage resonates with ethereal clarity. The theatre's history has been intense and vibrant, both architecturally and culturally. In 1816, it suffered a fire, and in the mid-19th century, it saw its colors change from the blue and silver of the House of Bourbon to the red and gold that distinguish it today. It has, moreover, always served as a vital springboard for the artists who have performed there.
The theater's reputation and prestige in the early 19th century were first established by Gioacchino Rossini from 1815 to 1822, and then by Gaetano Donizetti from 1822 to 1838.
On stage, Donizetti's masterpiece, Lucia di Lammermoor, composed specifically for San Carlo and premiering in 1835. Based on Walter Scott's novel The Bride of Lammermoor, the opera tells the story of the feud between the Ashtons and the Ravenswood, interwoven with the forbidden love between the descendants of the two families, Lucia and Edgardo, an impossible love destroyed by ancestral hatred, much like that of Romeo and Juliet, set in this case amidst the misty and ghostly atmosphere of the Scottish Highlands in the 17th century. The opera brings together some of the finest and most intense passages of Italian bel canto, but the climax is the mad scene, one of the most demanding and famous pieces for coloratura soprano in the history of opera. This production features performances by the orchestra and the entire cast of the very highest standard and has received critical acclaim.
I think it's a splendid performance, very different from opus of Giuseppe Verdi, despite being from the same period, and the soprano is fabulous, great talent and voice, and perfect diction.
The success of the production is also due to the work of the theatre's costume department, which maintains a standard of excellence by transforming the costumes into essential narrative tools.
A costume must fit in with the entire daily program. Historical costumes are very elaborate. They are also cumbersome to handle, both for us who have to help them get dressed and for the performers who have to wear them.
Superintendent Fulvio Adamo Macciardi has just been reappointed to his position and is committed to promoting tradition and innovation.
When King Charles of Bourbon decided to build this theater in 1737, it was because he wanted all the great musicians to come to Naples to perform their works. Therefore, I believe it is also important to focus on what is generally referred to as the Neapolitan 18th century. We must alternate between promoting the local area and maintaining an international dimension.